Hey Fearless Mods fans, what is up? It is Biff, and it's a new day for the STi. This is the goal. Maybe not by the end of today, but we want to get this done. We're going to finish body work, we're going to start with sanding, and we're going to start painting, and this is the color. Lapis Blue Pearl. So stay tuned.
All right, guys and gals. Mostly guys. My demographics say that there's no gals watching. Like 2 of you, maybe. So here's props to the 2 girls worldwide that are watching Fearless Mods. Tell your friends, spread the word. Anyway, today's the day. I'm done with the body work. So now it's time to start removing panels and getting ready to paint them. So I'm going to start with the, as I've said, the underside of things. So the underside of the trunk, the underside of the hood, the insides of the doors. So I'm going to start where I can do most of my learning, and if I'm screwing up a little bit, it won't matter so much. Then I'm going to move on to the door jambs. Those I will see. They matter kind of in between. And then the last step I do will be to put everything back on, obviously without seals and things like that, and so that I can tape things up and paint the entire exterior of the car. I have proven that it's too much to assume that I'll be able to finish the whole thing that quickly, because it's just me, and that's a lot of work. But we'll see what we can do. I'm looking forward to it. I do know that within a day or 2, I should be putting paint down on the insides of these panels. The Lapis Blue Pearl is going to look fantastic on this. Alright guys, aside from, as far as main components that I'm going to be painting the inside of, I've just got to get the doors off, and that's about it. Right now it's on to wet sanding the insides of these, the hood and the trunk. Wow, this thing's light when you take everything off of it. Can't tell whether I'm bleeding or whether it's sand residue. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap for tonight, because as you can see it has gotten dark outside. I've gotten the inside of the hood and the inside of the trunk wet sanded, so I'll give them time to dry out and see how well we got them, and then tomorrow it'll be time to move on to pulling doors and sanding maybe the edges of the fenders and stuff, where I'm going to have to kind of spray the inner edges. And just continuing to sand. So we're into paint prep, hot and heavy, and this is how it's going to be for the next few days, more than likely. Good times. Okay, so right here you can see where when I was pulling off that trim, I actually got into this door here and put a gouge in it. But what I've discovered on the other door is that this is a wrap. So I'm removing the wrap from this, and so that I can paint it, and so this won't be a problem, and then I can go back and have it re-wrapped whenever I do some other detail wrap.
it's sticky. It just ripped my blister off.
Schedule an appointment. Just walk in from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. any
I
day.
don't know how to get it off my fingers now.
If you want.
Alright guys, the day got away from me. I can't remember if I told you about it or not, but because of that gouge I put when I was taking off the trim on this left rear door that I put in the black part that goes around the upper part of the door frame, I got to looking at it and it was a wrap. So I decided to go ahead and peel the wrap off of all 4 doors so that I could paint the entire things blue, just like they would have been at the factory. And then I can always go get those wrapped again later or sprayed or something to make them black again if I'd like to do that. But that process took probably anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour per door extra. So that added a lot to my day that I wasn't planning on. Otherwise, I truly think we would have been at the painting stage. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going to fire up the compressor. It's getting dark, it's getting late. I don't want it running all night while I'm trying to spray. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just clean up the garage, pull the car out, clean out the paint booth. Sorry, landlord, if you're watching this. But I'm going to clean out the paint booth and then get it ready so that tomorrow we can get right to taping up the door panels and doing all the stuff we got to do to really get them ready for paint. And then I'll just catch you again tomorrow. All right guys, what is up? Good morning. Today is the day we're going to start laying down some paint on the STi. She's out here in all her apocalyptic glory. The garage is clear and about to be transformed into a paint booth. I'm getting ready to put up the plastic. I want this thing to be soaking because it's brand new, and I want it to have an opportunity to get all the oil out of it. There's a good review of these of this gun, this HTE. He talks about the machining quality of this one versus the HVLP. He seemed to be fairly impressed with the HVLP. But the machining work on this one, he was talking about it not being quite as precise. I don't know. It's hard to tell if that's the case or if it's just because because it's on a black anodized piece of aluminum versus the other one, which is all silver. So maybe it's not as obvious where the tooling marks are. But anyway, looks reasonable to me. I'm going to go ahead and get it cleaning up. Alright, so while that's doing that, I'll go back to getting the plastic put up. Alright guys, you happen to be in the FearlessMods paint booth. Paint booth is good to go. Plastic is up, filters are in, fan is placed. Now it's just time to start bringing everything out here, setting it up and getting it ready for paint. Alright, so now it's going to be time for a quick degreasing of everything, and then I'll be able to start taping things up. we are wax and grease removed, and so now it's time to go ahead and start taping the stuff up. Yeah. My filters dropped down like they're on a hinge, so I'm gonna have to tape those up again. Duct tape just doesn't cut it. But I got good pull of air coming from the top and going out the bottom regardless. Okay, I kind of have one door done. Man, that is a son of a bitch. That's 2 pieces done. 4 to go. We're not gonna get as far today as I thought. Three doors done, 1 to go. That is everything except the quarter, or the fenders. I'm trying to decide how I want to do those. Alright, that's the last of the taping. So now I'm going to clean up, wax and grease remove, and then we'll be ready to start throwing down some paint. Time to wax and grease remove. I'm going to mix the paint now, then tack cloth everything and start spraying. So I've got the air compressor set to 35 psi for this HTE gun. I've got it all cleaned out. I've got the air on full. I've got the fan quarter closed. And then the flow is 3/4. We'll give it a couple looks on the paper up there to see how it's spraying. But mostly what I'm going to be doing is adjusting my fan and my flow. The air I'm going to regulate with this regulator right here. So I got an air oil separator, I got a water separator, and I've got a pressure gauge on here. It's a 20-ounce gun, so I'm going to put 6 of the base in and 6 of the reducer, and I'm already smelling this. So looks nice. Time to tack cloth. Alright, we're at 45 psi out there. We're going to see what it does in here. That looks a little better. I need to bring it down a little bit. That's going to be spraying hot. Alright, here goes nothing.
That's it for the blue. Now we're going to the clear. Okay, so in between, time to clean the gun. Unfortunately, my filtration system isn't working real great because duct tape just can't seem to hold shit. So the filters keep falling down. I'm sure the suction isn't helping, but I've got a lot of duct tape on there and it's not holding it. It keeps falling. But it's still drawing air in through the attic from the top down out through the bottom, and maybe I'll see a little more stuff when I get to the clear. But for the blue, it doesn't look trashy at all. It looks really good, in fact. So let's get this all cleaned up and we'll get ready to do the clear. All right, so now we're ready for the clear. We're going to mix this 1 to 4. And it actually gets an activator. All right, we're going to mix it 1 to 4 through the strainer. Takes 16 ounces, we'll take it up to 20, and lay down some slick coat.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is absolutely amazing. I can't begin to tell you how excited I am that we have made it to this point. We're finally putting some color. We've already had lots of colors on the STi. This is the 5th and final color that the entire car is going to be, and I couldn't be happier because I think my garage paint job is going to be quite nice. It's got orange peel, of course, but from a crap in the paint perspective, I've seen stuff come from body shops that didn't look much better than this. So if the exterior of the car comes out looking like this with no bug tracks crawling through it, then I think we're going to be pretty good. There's a couple little things right there, but that's because I had some drips right here out the top of that damn spray gun. But this looks absolutely like what I wanted it to look like. I couldn't be more pleased with how that turned out after just a long, grueling, frustrating day. This takes forever. Taping this stuff up is not a slow process. Doing the insides has got to be the hardest part of painting a car. It can only get easier from here. And of course I'm saying that as we get ready to do door jambs and stuff next. Good Lord, that is just beautiful. The color is just amazing. So glossy, smooth looking. Man, for my first paint job, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. This is great. Forgot what I was even talking about. I think that's going to be a wrap for today. I know it's going to be a wrap for today because it's late and I've got to work in the morning. Tomorrow, I will try to get this stuff in the morning. I'll get it untaped and take it inside the house and pull the car in. It's sitting outside with some plastic sheeting, but yeah, it's pretty crazy sitting out there. But I don't have any room for it in here. So, filter system, fail. Actually, filter system would have been an epic success. The fail was the stupid duct tape. It's a duct tape fail. If you can't fix it, duck it, that's not true. That duct tape wouldn't hold crap. But anyway, other than that, the paint booth worked out fine. You can see some overspray sticking to the plastic and on the floor, but other than that, everything else looks good. I'm pretty pleased with it. This is where we're going to do the door jambs. This is where we're going to do the car. So stay tuned. Probably another episode or two. But I hope you're enjoying this because, man, this is exciting. We're finally getting places with the STi. I hope you are as excited about it as I am. I hope you've enjoyed the journey, and even though it's a long one. And man, if you're not subscribed to Fearless Mods, please let this be the episode that pushes you over the top. Click that damn button, subscribe, give me a like, and let me know that you like what I'm putting out there. And I'll see you again real soon. Take care.